honestly, I don't know if I wish him dead, but I don't really wish that his life was going on successfully right now. People will say, I don't wish people bad. I don't care. If you don't treat me well, I am in no way going to pray that God blesses you. I don't have that goodness in my heart. I never had it. I won't have it. And I think I am just fine without it. Hi wonderful people, it's your girl Suhaida2 coming your way with another exciting video. If this is your first time, welcome to my channel and please feel free to look around. If it is not, Tnase, Yebedin Komo. So as usual, I asked on my Instagram what you would like to see from me today, and many of you voted for a love story. I am going to tell you an unusual love story. This isn't the kind of love story that's going to leave you with goosebumps and warm fuzzy feelings and a happily ever after. You can find this story in the melodrama section of the love category, and so buckle your seatbelts because it's about to be a very sad roller coaster of a ride. So this story happens with my first ever boyfriend, and when I say first ever boyfriend, high school doesn't count. I don't really count high school because it was just a lot of exchanging letters and nothing consequential. This is somebody that I was envisioning a future with. It happened around 2016, 2017. I was on my second job, first year in university, made a bunch of new friends, and I met him through mutual friends. We got along wonderfully. We had a lot of things in common. We shared the same interests. We made fun of each other. It was a really organic attraction. I would like to say that this relationship cost me some really good friends, but in the long run I was able to make them back and our friendships were better for it. So no regrets over there. At the same time, it was a train wreck of a relationship. The story I'm about to share is what I would like to call the last straw. Now, he goes to school in another city. So I'm in Accra, he's in another city for school, but he lives in Accra, so he comes to Accra every now and then. And on his birthday, he was in school in the other city. He was a musician, so for his birthday, I saved up to buy him a really nice semi-acoustic guitar, and I was looking forward to surprising him with it. At this point, let's just give them names to make it easy. So we'll call him Samuel, we'll call his sister Anna. Anna was on her way to visit Samuel, while Samuel was supposed to come and see me in Accra for his birthday. So Samuel calls me up and tells me, yo, Anna is coming over, so I might not be able to make it. Then he senses that I am really crushed by the information. So he decides to disregard Anna and still come for me. I don't want to cause friction between siblings, so I say, it's fine, I can manage for today and maybe see him tomorrow. Then, a few minutes later, Anna calls me and says, I feel so bad that I am ruining your plans, so why don't you come along with me to Samuel City to see him? I'm sure that will be a big surprise. This makes me really happy, and you know what I did? This is the part of the story that I highly regret, and if I could turn back the hands of time, I'll definitely change. I go to my boss, stare him in the eye, look at God, and basically say, boss, my mother is sick and she's just been rushed to the hospital. I literally put that out in the universe and risk my mother's health just so I could get an excuse to leave work. My boss, who is really shocked by the news, sends me on my way very quickly. I rush home, I change, and then I meet with Anna at Kanishi, and we head out to Samuel's school. I'm all excited on the way, and I am telling Anna about my plans and dreams for the future with her brother, and how I was happy to have him in my life, and all of that's nonsense. We get to his school, he sees me, and he doesn't even want to hug me. Now, this was a guy that I had just spoken to in the morning, and he doesn't even want to hug me in public, and he starts treating me like I am some kind of leper. And I remember this very clearly because it was hurting me every moment. I was coming from Accra with a lot of excitement to surprise my boyfriend, and my boyfriend was just looking at me like, what are you doing here? I am telling you, the boy just ignored me. He ignored me, he was talking to his sister, and they were walking ahead, and I was just trailing along behind them. Then his sister says she has some things to do at the school's administration. So she leaves me and Samuel in Samuel's room. Samuel tries to engage me, but it's so half-hearted. then I am still really excited, right? I have a lot of energy. All my friends will tell you I am a very hyper person, and when I am happy, you will see it. I'm literally jumping around when I am happy. And he's basically acting as if I am embarrassing him because I am smiling, I am talking to him excitedly. I still don't get these cues. I am still high on my happiness. So I don't notice that he's being distant. I think he's being his usual cynical, sarcastic self. We go up to his balcony, we look out a little bit, then his sister arrives. It's time for all of us to leave and come back to Accra. On the way, it's the same thing. He's basically walking ahead with his sister and ignoring me. So I'm just trying to keep body and soul together and keep my mood up and hope for the best. Then on the way, who do we run into? His ex. We run into his ex, who is coming back from wherever. And this is something that you should know. Like, there's a lot of history there. So this meeting is pregnant with tension, and he proceeds to ignore me in the presence of his ex, which hurts me even more. So I think at that point I just had a resolution that, you know what, fuck this shit. I am not going to be treated like I don't exist by the person who is supposed to be my boyfriend. So there and then I just allow myself to sink into my anger, and I close him off from my mind. I sit in my trotro. We come back to Accra. I hug his sister, thank her for paying for my trip. I ignore him and march off in righteous anger to my house, thinking that this boy will find sense to call me and apologize. My why? Day 1, no call. Day 2, no call. Day 3. At this point, I really miss him. Hey, Radina me Jimmy, oh, na me Jimmy Papa. I am sitting there missing this guy who is not giving me the time or day. And my resolve breaks. So I text him, no response. Day 4, no response. By day 5, I just said, you know what? I deserve much better than this. I do not need to be in this relationship for anything. So I'm breaking up with you. I sent him a text going, this is over. I don't want to do this anymore. Take yourself. He doesn't even respond to that. He doesn't even respond to that. So fine. I start trying to mind my own business. In about 2 weeks, I am here missing the boy again. He always says the men that fall hard and they act the fool, but I was here acting the ultimate fool for this guy, and he was just not even paying any attention to me. Finally, he came around to texting me and was kind of remorseful about the whole incident. But he said because I said we were broken up, he doesn't want to get back into a relationship, even though I was kind of hoping for some kind of reconciliation. I respect his wishes, and I tell myself, well, if I'm a single woman again, I need to go out there and search. So I download Tinder and I start to have a good time meeting all these guys who were absolutely treasuring me and showering me with love and affection. Then he gets jealous. And one dawn, around 3 a.m., he calls me on the phone and he says, meet me at the beach. I live really close to the beach in the Tashi military barracks. So I go and meet him at the beach and we talk things over and we decide to become friends. So we are good friends, we are hanging out, trying to stay cordial. Then maybe a week later or something, he tells me that he needs money because he spent his hostel fees and it's time for him to pay. And he doesn't have enough, so he needed a loan of about 400 cedis. Back then, I had about 400 cedis for my school fees, but I wasn't getting any pressure to pay it upfront. So I decided to loan him the money. So I tell him, this is my school fees. I don't need it now, but when it is time for me to write exams, they will be asking for it. So can you get it to me within a month's time? This boy says, Choco, I can get it to you in a month's time. I loan him the money. Then I don't even ask him for the money. I'm just living my life until it is time for me to write exams. So a week to my examination, I text him and say, yo, dude, I need the money back. He says, yeah, sure, I'll get it to you. We are still having a cool time. I need my money back, I'll get it to you. I need the money back, I'll get it to you. Then about 2 days to my examination, I say, dude, I need the money. Then he stops picking my calls. I can clearly see that he's reading the text, but he's not replying. He's not picking my calls. I start to get desperate. I keep calling, still nothing. See, I promise, the Otolega song was played for me. Nobody is more stupid in love than I was then. Hey, I was so stupid. In spite of him ignoring my calls, I just went like, maybe I should put myself in his shoes. He's just a student. He loaned money from his friend and he can't pay back. And as such, he's feeling embarrassed about it, and maybe that's why he's avoiding me. That is the rationale I come up with. I text him and say, see, if you don't have the money, it's cool. I'll find a way to get the money. You take your time in paying me back. Am I not a good friend? Am I not a good friend? Me going out of my way to consider you, saying, yeah, this is nothing you need to be embarrassed about if you don't have the money. I'll find a way to pay my fees and you can pay me back whenever. I don't even get a response to that. I tried to empathize as best as I could and nothing. So I block him. And it was the best decision I ever made. This is a first love story and this is how it crashed and burned. I haven't had any communication with him since I blocked him. I don't know if he's alive or dead. I am sure you have had worse stupid in love stories than I have had. So please put it down there. Tell me one of the stupidest things you did for love, or one of the things that you did and you were like, I wasn't myself. This wasn't me doing that thing. This was the spirit of love making me act the fool. I want to hear your stories. Thank you guys for listening to this story till the end. I hope you enjoyed it. Tell me if you have any feedback or anything you'd like me to know about in the comments below. As usual, the subscribe button is there. Please hit it and tell your friends to come and watch this story. Tell your friends to come and watch it. Tell your neighbors. Tell your pets. Tell anybody who has eyes and ears to come see this video. I had a really good time recording this story. Thank you so much for staying tuned. See you again next time. Bye.